Good evening. Thanks very much for joining us on India Business Hour. I'm Shireen Bhan. The headlines we're tracking for you tonight. Jio unveils Jio Bharat platform aimed at breaking 250 million people out of the 2G era. Prices the new phone at 999 rupees. A beta trial for the first 1 million Jio Bharat phones to begin from the 7th of July offers unlimited voice calls and 14 GB of data at a subscription of just 123 rupees a month. The SGX Nifty is now Gift City. Derivative trade worth $7.5 billion moves from Singapore to Gujarat's Gandhinagar starting today. Stock markets end at a record high for the third straight session. The Sensex gains nearly 500 points to go past 65,000. Nifty remains comfortably above the 19,000 mark. Auto sales hit a soft patch in June. Two-wheeler and passenger vehicle sales decline. In mid-street estimates, commercial vehicles see growth in sales. The chief of India's Indirect Tax Authority, the CBIC, Vivek Johri, says probes have been initiated against 30 insurance companies. Claims many insurers wrongly claimed input tax credit worth 2,350 crore rupees. That's an exclusive. The CBIC chief also says fake input tax credit claims worth more than 80,000 crore rupees have been detected so far. Out of this, 14,000 crore rupees detected in a special 2-month drive launched in May. NCP patriarch Sharad Pawar says he will counter nephew Ajit Pawar's rebellion in the People's Court, says he will rebuild the party. Ajit Pawar claims they are the NCP. Both groups claim to have majority of the MLAs on their side. Sharad Pawar sacks MPs Praful Patel and Sunil Tatkare for anti-party activities. 76% of the 2,000 rupee notes have returned to the banking system, says the RBI. This amounts to more than 2.7 lakh crore rupees. 87% of the notes were deposited and 13% exchanged. Tomato prices leave a bitter taste, shoot up to 150 rupees a kg in Delhi and Mumbai. Consumer Affairs Secretary says there has been a supply disruption. Prices are usually high this time of the year, adding that supply from Himachal will help cool prices in Delhi NCR soon. Elon Musk restricts the number of tweets read by users per day. Verified accounts are limited to read 10,000 posts per day, while unverified accounts can read only 1,000 posts a day. Newly registered accounts can read only 500 posts per day. Well, straight to the day's market action. The stock market's ending at a record high for the third straight session. The Sensex gained nearly 500 points, going past 65,000. The Nifty remained comfortably above the 19,000 level. And speaking of the markets, the SGX Nifty is now Gift Nifty. Derivative trade worth $7.5 billion has moved from Singapore to Gujarat's Gandhinagar starting today. Yash reports from the launch event at the capital of Gujarat.
After 2 decades of long association, India has finally decided to bid goodbye to SGX Nifty. Starting today, SGX Nifty rebranded itself as Gift Nifty. And it's not just the name which is new, but starting today, all futures orders which were placed on SGX Nifty before would be routed to Gift Nifty. Not just that, these orders will be matched and settled by the two entities which are also based out of Gift City in Gandhinagar. NSE's Managing Director and CEO Ashish Kumar Chauhan says this is just the beginning.
I think it's a golden moment, golden day for India. And the Gift Nifty was a dream which we probably saw 8-10 years back. This is the fulcrum. The most exciting part of any financial service center is the markets.
Trading on the new Gifty platform will remain out of reach for Indian retail investors. Now, in that situation, for an effective transition and an effective price discovery, a strong participation from both global as well as large domestic traders will be very crucial.
SGX has local brokers, they have clearing members, but they also allow direct market access through to people across the world. So they have literally millions of customers who are investing into products in which SGX trades. And so all of them now are eligible to trade on this product. And of course, the NSE IX has its own 60 members and their customers. We already have 40 more members in pipeline. So by this year end, we should have around 100 local members at the NSE-IX.
GIFT Nifty will have the same trading timings as SGX Nifty, and it will offer 4 products for trading under the GIFT Nifty series, with more products being added over time.
We are looking at a lot more offerings which we directly give to our members. So single stock futures which are traded in India, single stock futures and options, all of them are available at our exchange. In terms of the volumes, I think on an everyday basis, close to about 1.5 billion to 2 billion transacts on the SGX. So we think that will definitely happen.
GIFT Nifty's first day went as per script. The new platform moved open interest positions of nearly 9.4 billion US dollars. In the first half itself, the platform recorded volumes of nearly 1.3 billion US dollars without any red flags. It will be important for this momentum to continue going forward as well, especially when new products get added on the platform. For CNBC-TV18, Yash Jain.
Well, that is the start of GIFT Nifty. And speaking of starts, Reliance Jio has launched a new internet-enabled phone at 999 rupees. Now, the move is aimed at accelerating 4G adoption across India. Jio has an addressable market of 250 million people, and it aims to reach 100 million plus users and capture more than 40% market share. Shibani Garath unboxes the new Jio phone. Shibani.
In my hand is a device which is uniquely positioned to accelerate Reliance Jio's 2G Mukt Bharat vision. For 2G customers who want to move on to 4G, Jio has launched a new device, Jio Bharat, with an access to best-in-class Jio 4G network. The device brings together network and device capabilities to offer internet-enabled phones at affordable price for the masses. As you take this device out of the box, first up you'll realize that the phone is very, very compact, features a 1.77-inch QVGA TFT screen. It has 1000 mAh of removable battery that you get inside the box. The device is Jio SIM locked, so you need to insert the SIM too before you start the device. As you start the device and go to the menu, you will see that Jio Bharat also features 3 Jio apps. First up is Jio Cinema, which gives users access to non-stop entertainment of latest web series, blockbuster movies, HBO originals, sports, TV shows, and a lot of great content. Second up is Jio Savan, which is India's top free music app, housing a vast and exclusive music library. And then there is UPI-based digital payments app, Jio Pay. All 3 of these apps come pre-installed with the device. Now moving on, let's speak about the other features of the device, which is a bright torch and radio, both very useful features in some remote and rural areas. Then the device also comes in with a 3.5 mm headphone jack right here that you can use to connect earphones to consume content or listen to music. To take photos, the device houses a 0.3 megapixel camera too. And then finally, you can insert an SD card up to 128 GB in the device for storage. Given the recent increase in 2G tariffs by competition and limited availability of affordable feature phones, Jio Bharat is coming at the right time to accelerate the 2G to 4G transition and enable digital experiences for the masses.
The device will be most lucrative for the feature phone users. There are around 250 to 300 million feature phone users in India, which are sitting on 2G. So this can lead to a segue and adoption of 4G to those users, and in turn increasing ARPU for Jio as well.
Yeah, I think this is going to increase internet penetration drastically. I personally feel that it'll be able to grab much more than 40% market share of this 250 to 300 million 2G market.
Well, that is the launch of the new Jio phone, along with a data plan. And of course, the standard disclaimer on your screens. Reliance is the promoter of Reliance Jio, also controls Network 18, the owner of CNBC-TV18. Now, shifting gears to the auto sector, where sales have hit a soft patch in June. Auto major Maruti Suzuki reported a 2% rise in sales compared to last year. However, exports and sale of compact cars fell for the month. Hyundai Motors also reported a 5% rise in sales, while Tata Motors saw sales decline by 1%. In the two-wheeler space, Bajaj Auto and Eicher Motors reported a rise in total sales, while Hero Motor has seen its sales fall by 9%. The big newsmaker this evening, Vivek Johri, the chairman of India's Indirect Tax Authority, says they have detected more than 80,000 crore rupees worth of fake input tax credit claims so far. Out of this, 14,000 crore rupees was unearthed in a special 2-month drive that was launched in May. The CBIC chief also said the 30 insurance companies are currently under the scanner for wrongly claiming input tax credit worth more than 2,300 crore rupees. Take a look.
So we had initiated investigations against about 30 insurance companies, 15 of which handle life insurance and another 15 involved in general insurance business. The information we had with us, Shireen, was that many of them had been using fake ITC or receiving input tax credit from units that were non-existent or suspicious. So far, we've been able to complete investigations in 15 cases, and we have unearthed, wrongly availed input tax credit to the tune of about 2,400 crores so far. We have already detected about 24,000 fake GSTINs as part of that drive. And we have detected fake ITC to the tune of about 63,000 crore as part of the drive, which is being run by CBIC. Roughly about 8,000 cases have been booked under that drive. Like you mentioned, we've already verified about 55,000 so far. And we have detected almost 25% of that number to be fake. And that involves a fake ITC of about 14,000 crore. So within these 2 months, the drive is yet to be completed. The third, parallel stream which is going on is the follow-up to the Noida case, which, if you recall, the police had detected, where they arrested 7 persons for generating a very large number of, creating a very large number of bogus firms and circulating fake ITC. Now, under that also, we have so far come across about 1,400 fake GSTINs, and we've detected a fake ITC of almost about 3,800 crore.
Well, that is the CBIC chief there, resolute in their effort to crack down on fake billing and fake ITC claims. Now, the government has disqualified Star 9 Mobility Consortium's successful bid for Pawan Hans. The government has called off the current expression of interest process after an NCLT order against one of the consortium members. In a statement, the government says that due opportunity was provided to the successful bidder to respond to a show cause notice. So that's the end as far as the Pawan Hans stake sale is concerned. Japan's government is working with India to implement the UPI system. Speaking at an event, Telecom and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav confirmed that the government is helping Japan develop a payment system like UPI. Take a look.
A joint working group has been created for taking the digital payment system to Japan, and very good progress has been made. This is something which will take at least a few months of creating a common understanding paper, and then the execution starts. In a sense, basis the principles that are there in UPI, a system will have to be developed basis that, using those same principles.
Well, that is Ashwini Vaishnav, the Telecom and IT Minister. The Reserve Bank says it's received 2.7 lakh crore rupees, or 76% of the 2,000 rupee note in circulation as of the 30th of June. 87% of the total amount was deposited and around 13% was exchanged into other denomination notes. L&T Finance Holdings has said the current Managing Director and CEO Dinanath Dubashi will retire on the 30th of April of 2024. The board has also approved the appointment of Sudipta Roy as the Chief Operating Officer of the company. He will assume the role of Managing Director and CEO with effect from the 24th of January 2024, subject to regulatory approvals. Well, there continues to be a massive twist in Maharashtra's political landscape. NCP leader Ajit Pawar took oath as the state's second deputy chief minister yesterday. He and 8 other party legislators, including Chhagan Bhujbal and Dhananjay Munde, broke ranks and joined the Eknath Shinde-led government. Lawmakers Sunil Tatkare and Praful Patel have sided with Ajit Pawar as well, and it looks set to be a rerun of the Eknath Shinde episode, which led to the split of the Shiv Sena. The NCP has written to the Assembly Speaker asking him to disqualify Pawar. The MLAs both and the MLAs. Both party patriarch Sharad Pawar and nephew Ajit claimed to have the support of over 40 MLAs. Meanwhile, Sharad Pawar said he was confident that people of Maharashtra will not succumb to undemocratic forces. He said he will rebuild the NCP. He announced the expulsion of MP Sunil Tatkare and Praful Patel for anti-party activities. Patel, however, claimed that he cannot be sacked and instead sacked Jayant Patel and appointed Sunil Tatkare as the state unit chief.
भारतीय जनता पार्टीच्या माध्यमातून समाजामध्ये जातीमध्ये धर्मामध्ये एक प्रकारचं वेगळं वातावरण तयार करण्याचा प्रयत्न केला जातो. या सगळ्यांची संघर्ष करून सामाजिक ऐक्य आणि समता यासाठी प्रयत्न करणं ही अपेक्षा आमच्या सगळ्या सहकाऱ्यांच्याकडून आहे.
आम्ही जे करतोय ते पक्षाच्या हिताचंच करतोय. त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी सांगून काही आमच्या 9 लोकांना नोटीस काढली वगैरे काढली, त्यांना काही नोटीस काढण्याचा अधिकार नाहीये. शेवटी पक्ष आणि चिन्ह हे आमच्याबरोबर आहे असं आमचा ठाम विश्वास है.
कल जो शपथ ले रहे थे, शपथ विधि में मौजूद थे, उसमें से काफ़ी लोग एमएलए पवार साहब को मिलने को भी गए हैं. इसीलिए हम किसी को हमारे साथ कितने लोग हैं ये हम समझते हैं. 53-9 ये हमारे साथ है. हमें किसी पे अन्याय नहीं करना चाहिए और हम उनको पूरा मौका देंगे वापस आने का. लेकिन साथ साथ में जो नहीं आते हैं, जो पार्टी की लाइन छोड़ के जाते हैं, उनके ऊपर आवश्यक जो कानूनी कार्रवाई है वो हम इवेंचुअली करेंगे.
माननीय अजितदादा पवार यांना आमदारांनी पक्षाच्या विधिमंडळाच्या नेता म्हणून नियुक्त केला आहे आणि माननीय अजितदादा पवार अधिकृतपणे पक्षाच्या वतीनं या विधिमंडळाचे नेत्याची जबाबदारी सांभाळतील.
On Monday morning, NCP's Jayant Patel told the press that he has spoken to Maharashtra Speaker and sought disqualification of Ajit Pawar and other rebel MLAs. Ajit Pawar held a meeting with those MLAs who supported him, and after that he met Devendra Fadnavis. It was after that Sharad Pawar addressed a press conference and repeated that he's going to rebuild his party and Ajit Pawar does not enjoy his support. In the evening, Ajit Pawar addressed a press conference. His faction announced that Sunil Tatkare is now the regional president of NCP and he will make the appointments. Ajit Pawar once again assured his MLAs that no MLA will be disqualified and he enjoys the support of all the MLAs of NCP. This was the claim Ajit Pawar made. And now talking about the portfolio, who is going to get what, it is expected that by tomorrow that decision will be taken.
Well, twists and turns there in Maharashtra. Time for us to head to a short break. But up next, tomato prices leave a bitter taste, shoot up to 150 rupees a kilo in Delhi and Mumbai. That and more when we return.
Senco Gold Limited, a pan-India jewelry retail company with a fourth-generation entrepreneur in the jewelry industry as promoter of the company, now makes an initial public offer of equity shares of face value of 10 rupees each for cash at a premium. The 100% book-built offer being offered in a price band of 301 to 317 rupees per equity share. Opens July 4th, closes July 6th, 2023. For other details and risk factors, refer to the red herring prospectus.
fashion fluid with Maersk Integrated Logistics.
The monsoon session of Parliament is set to begin on the 20th of July and continue till the 11th of August. The session will have over 18 sittings spread over 26 days. The government is likely to introduce the bill for Uniform Civil Code in the session. IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav confirmed that the Data Protection Bill and Telecom Bill are also likely to be taken up. Now, the spurt in tomato prices from 40 rupees a few weeks ago to over 100 rupees a kg have left a bitter taste. Prices in Delhi and in other metros hovering around the 120 rupees a kg mark, with prices going up to 150 rupees in some places. Abhimanyu Sharma and Sante Gora find out how customers are dealing with these prices.
First the heat wave, then unseasonal rains, and then tomato crop infestation in Karnataka's Kolar region. These are some of the reasons which has resulted into tomato prices skyrocketing. Right now we are in Mumbai's Worli area and let's see what the prices here are. Sir, ये टमाटर के प्राइस आप दाम हमको बता सकते हैं? अलग-अलग तीन इसमें आपने डिवाइड किया है.
ये टमाटर 100 रुपए किलो, 120 रुपए किलो टमाटर है. जगह पे टमाटर बहुत महंगा चल रहा है. टमाटर बहुत तेजी बाजार है.
अच्छा, इससे पहले भाव क्या चल रहे थे यहाँ पे टमाटर के?
30 रुपए किलो चल रहा था, 30-40. अच्छा माल 30-40 चल रहा था. अभी थोड़ा तेजी बाजार हो गया है, माल भी कम हो गया है. अब बरसात का परिणाम हो गया है.
अच्छा, जो आपके पास आपके ग्राहक आते हैं, ऐसा कुछ है कि वो कम माल ले रहे हैं, अभी कम लोग आ रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ?
हाँ, पाव किलो आधा किलो टमाटर ले रहे हैं. महंगे की वजह से पाव किलो आधा किलो टमाटर ले रहे हैं. महंगा पड़ रहा है उनको टमाटर, 120 रुपए किलो.
ग्राहक कितने आ रहे हैं?
ग्राहक बहुत आते हैं, 100 में 20 लेते हैं, 80 घर जाते हैं.
क्या बताएं, इसका तो कोई मोल ही नहीं रह गया. ये तो सोने से भी ऊपर चला गया.
बहुत ज्यादा महंगाई कर रखी है. टमाटर देखो कहां से कहां पहुंच रहा. गरीब आदमी क्या कर सकता है.
Retail prices of tomatoes have risen despite assurances by the government that there is ample supply, while customers are cutting down on their consumption.
These commodities are seasonal in nature and they can't be stored for too long. They are perishable. I mean, tomato is more perishable than onion. Tomato, there's a seasonality because the way it is produced in different parts of the country. But every year, this time of the year, prices are high. And if you are talking about Delhi NCR region, it will cool down.
While vendors agree with the government that the monsoon season usually witnesses a lower supply of tomatoes than usual, customers are cutting down significantly on their consumption of tomatoes, even as the government expects a fresh supply to flood the market, which is going to possibly ease prices. Many vendors are complaining that the weather is even spoiling the existing supply of tomatoes. With Santya Gora in Mumbai, this is Abhimanyu Sharma in Delhi for CNBC-TV18.
In other news, the chairman of Reliance Group, Anil Ambani, appeared before the Enforcement Directorate in Mumbai today. This is in connection with an alleged foreign exchange violation case. According to a PTI report, Ambani had appeared before the ED in a 2020 case against Yes Bank promoter Rana Kapoor and others. After 5 days of violent protests, riots in France have started to simmer. More than 150 people were arrested on Saturday and over 700 the night before. The government deployed more than 45,000 police personnel across the country for the third day running. Mayors have called for people to rally outside town halls today to protest the damage caused by protesters. President Macron will meet these mayors of municipal areas tomorrow to assess the extent of the damage. Elon Musk has announced a new set of rules for Twitter that set temporary limits on how many posts can be read in a day. Twitter Blue accounts are limited to now reading 10,000 posts a day, while unverified accounts are limited to read 1,000 tweets a day. Newly unverified accounts are limited to read 500 posts per day. The company said the temporary restrictions were implemented to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation. Now, the first quarter of FY24 has turned out to be the best ever for new age tech companies like Paytm, Nykaa and Zomato when it comes to their share price returns. These companies have gained anywhere between 15 to 50%. So, what are the factors behind this up move? Hormuz Patakia joins us now with a deep dive. Hormuz.
India's new age tech companies, Paytm, Zomato, Nykaa, and the likes have had their best quarter since listing in terms of share price returns. The April to June quarter turned out to be a good one for these companies as they gained anywhere between 15 to 50%. Now take Paytm for example. After having corrected to an all-time low of 438 from its IPO price of 2150, the stock gained 35% between April to June. Now also Zomato gained nearly 50% during the quarter. And now, in fact, for stocks like Nykaa and CE Infosystems, which is also known as MapMyIndia, it was the first ever quarter since their listing in which they have given positive returns to shareholders. Now, two reasons that we can put a finger on for this surge. One, most of these companies have now laid out a clear path towards profitability. And two, beaten down valuations after they corrected substantially from their IPO price. Analysts are also warming up to these stocks. All of these names that I highlighted earlier have at least 70% of the analysts tracking them recommending a buy. Now hoping for potential upsides of anywhere between 5 to 25% on all of these stocks. But none of this takes away from the fact that most of these names, with the exception of Zomato, are trading well below their IPO price. Even after a 60% surge in 2023, Paytm, for example, is still 60% below its IPO price. If not anything more, all of this may have just served up companies lining up potential IPOs a lesson. It is important to price your IPOs right, otherwise the market is an extremely unforgiving place. Nonetheless, for those who bought these names at lower levels, they are sitting on healthy profits, but for those who are still having IPO shares, they may just have to wait a while longer.
All right, Ms. Many, thanks for joining us. And with that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of India Business Hour. Thanks very much for watching. Do stay tuned. The news continues here on CNBC-TV18.
कैसे